Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go over my finesse rod setup. Now this is something that I'm going to be throwing when I'm just throwing like a wacky worm or like a Nitro rig or something like that. And as you can see right now, I've got my little Cheeto worm. This is a Zoom, call him a thylate actually, Zoom trick worm on here. And I've got my little finesse hook on there. It's the same hook that I use for drop shot actually. Works great, love it. But the rod itself, so this is a custom rod that I built. I don't do a lot of it anymore, but I used to do it quite a bit and build custom rods quite a bit. And this is one of my favorite ones, the blue and orange, and got the wing grips here, and it's just comfortable, super comfortable. This is a 7 foot. Is this 7? Yeah, 7 foot medium. Not medium heavy, not medium light, medium. And it's been perfect for me. This thing's been, I haven't had any issues with it at all. None. So I've caught quite a few different fish on it, different sizes. It's been performing perfectly. So zero complaints. I've got a few rods like this, and actually one is dedicated. Well, we'll talk about those later. But anyways, got a few rods like this, and this is the one I like to throw my weightless worms on, or my Nitro rigs. You know, if I'm trying to skip worms, I can skip worms just a little bit. I can skip some, but that's about it. Just because it's on a spinning rod, and I'm not worrying about a backlash or whatever, you know. So I can skip a worm a little bit. When I say a little bit, I'm like maybe 1 out of 5 I can get it to where I want it, which sucks. But still, hey, it's an improvement, right? So this rod, 7 foot medium fast action rod. All right, and the fast, you think, well, maybe you want more parabolic, you want more bend, because fast means you got more backbone, can't talk, and then it's going to bend more at the tip. Parabolic, which would be more of a moderate action, would bend more through the rod, which gives you more bend. That's still good too, don't get me wrong. That's still pretty good too. That's probably better. It's probably technically what you should be throwing, but I like the fast action. And I've got a pretty good leader on here too, a pretty long fluorocarbon leader. And that's one thing I will run on all my finesse rods, is I will run a fluorocarbon leader. And actually, I think this is actually 14-pound fluorocarbon. So the reason why I did that is because I run into, I've been having some bigger fish bite my wacky worms lately, and it makes me a little bit nervous throwing 8 or 10-pound fluorocarbon. 10-pound is actually what I would typically be throwing, but I've had a couple break off, and it's I don't know. I haven't had any break off when I went to 14-pound. I don't know if that's a big difference or not. That's just how it worked out for me. So when I'm rigging this up, I've got, man, actually it's like 7 foot 6. I've got probably about a 15 foot fluorocarbon leader here, 15 feet long. And then I've got it to some yellow or some fluorescent colored braided line, and that's going to be and that's actually around 10-pound braided line. 10, you know, 10, somewhere between 10 and 20. This might actually be 20, and I'm thinking about moving it down to 10. And I'm actually thinking about taking this leader off too and using that leader down to 10. I don't know, we'll see. It's working out pretty good. The only reason why I'd want to bring it down for any reason at all is castability. When you got smaller line diameter, it's going to be easier to cast these worms. I don't have an issue with that. As long as I don't have an issue with it, I'm going to leave it the way it is. But once I do have an issue with it, then that's when I'm going to start. I'm going to pop it down, and I'll do 10-pound fluorocarbon leader to a 10-pound braided line main line. Okay, and I like the fluorescent, the yellow line. It's hard to see. Some of it's already faded out, so that's a sign that I need to change it out. But the reason why I like that is because when sometimes you don't feel the bites, but you see them. You can see your line twitch, and I see that a lot. So it's really easy to tell when you have the fluorescent or the yellow color line, or if you know, any color line, anything that's other than like, well, I guess white would work too, but I like this. This works. And the reel, this is a okay, so this is a quantum throttle. What model? I think it's a throttle, I don't know, I've had it for a while. Throttle 30, so it's a 30 size reel. And this thing, it's, I don't know, it's been working pretty good. I did break one already, so I'm not sure about how the quality of them are, but I do have a quantum smoke spinning reel, and that was working out. That works out really good. I do like that one. So we might be switching the reels out. But for now, this has been working. I've caught a lot of fish on this one, so I mean, it's cheaper. That's why I got it. It's a little bit cheaper. I can't remember the price that they are right now. I got it a while back, but if you're looking to get it going on any kind of a spinning setup and your budget is pretty low, you can get a really nice, about $30 Shimano Sienna spinning reel. I actually have a few of them. I've had a few of them for actually quite a while, and they perform really well. I have zero issues with those. It's a cheap reel, and you kind of think, well, gosh, you know, is this thing gonna break on me? I put it through the ringer. I put a few of them through the ringer, and no issues with those. And I've got no complaints. The Shimano Sienna, that was actually my first spinning reel that I started out with. Really good. When I started messing around with quantum, and that's when I got into quantum smoke reels, and that's just stuck ever since. And then I want to try the throttle. Not the worst reel, but definitely not the best. I mean, it is cheaper. So think about that too. You know, if your budget's lower, hey, there's no shame in buying a $30 reel to start out with, and then save up for, you know, a better reel down the road. There's no shame in that. Actually, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's what I did. And I still have some of those Shimano Siennas still. I don't think I haven't even I didn't even break one. I haven't had an issue with any of them. And I don't think I've maintained those reels very well either. Should be maintaining your reels, you know, if you use them quite a bit, once a year. Well, I say once a year. It all depends on how much you use them. But some guys will clean them 2-3 times a year, depending on what they put them through. So, you know, just play it by ear, you know, however much that you use it. So the reel, you know, this is a 30 size reel, spooled up a little bit more than what I have there. Okay, I don't have it spooled up as full. I think it's just because I lost some line. But then again, you don't really need to have a ton of line on a spinning pole. The only reason why I say just, you know, spool it up some more is when you start reeling it in, it's going to reel in a little bit faster. You're pulling in more line, and it can be a little bit easier, and it's easier for this line to come off the spool when it doesn't have to come off. Let's see if I can show this. When it doesn't have to come over a big ledge here. You see that? When it comes over that big ledge, it comes off a little bit easier when you don't have to go over a big ledge. So, or a big lip, whatever, on your reel spool. That's something to think about too. That's my spinning setup. Really, it's actually quite simple. A 7 foot could be kind of long for some people. You know, if you're thinking, you know, 7 foot might be a little bit long, or just say, you know, if you're shorter in height in general, I'd start off maybe a 6'10". A 6'10" is a really good all-around starting rod for spinning rod finesse setup, and then do a 6'10" medium, and then a fast or a moderate action. I personally like the fast action, but you can try it out and see how it works for you. But this is my setup: 7 foot, medium, fast action, and then I've got a size 30 spinning reel. This one's by Quantum, and it's been good. It's been really good. You guys have actually seen me catch some fish on this in some of my previous videos, and you'll still see me catch some fish on this in my upcoming videos as well. Something to look forward to. So there it is. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoy this content. We are going to get out. I promise you, we are going to get out and we are going to get some new content and stuff. But for right now, you know, I got other stuff working on, you know, going on at the same time. One is the van project, and once I get that to a point, I will start throwing all videos to you guys. And we got some ice fishing videos that we're going to try and do here too coming up. So stay tuned for some of that, and we'll catch you in the next video.